Rose, thou art sick. Oh, Rose, thou art sick. God's name's all this gibberish. All right, who's the Joker? Come on, I saw it. Punch that one here. Come on.
We have a problem.
Damn right. If main office ever get to hear
The
what's...
second process line is out of phase.
Well, balance it, for Christ's
I
sake.
can't. Computer's not responding.
Must be. Yeah, let me. Help us, we're losing 3 as well. Hit the alarm. Get the hell out of here.
Another example has come to light.
All right, run it through for me. Let's see if there's a flaw.
Running.
Are you ready?
Just a minute.
It's the longest drive to Outpost 9. News.
As yet, there appears to be no explanation of the exact nature of the computer failure which caused the destruction of the Bankside chemical processing plant in Britain earlier today. These pictures of the disaster as it happened are brought to you exclusively by TWBC, the station that is first to bring you the news.
Kill screen. I cannot believe those bastards getting away with using that stuff. TWBC. Must agree somebody to get their hands on those pictures.
Something wrong with corruption?
I thought it was against the law.
You ought to try telling that to Inspector Hubble.
Well, Hubble's are only American.
Apart from you.
I don't count.
Neither is he. He's bent.
I hope the evidence you've got is better than what you've got against Kenzie.
It's virtually the same.
So Hubble has more money than he should have. Various characters he's been involved with have less.
In a nutshell. Now, tell me what a good poker player he is.
Well, Kenzie's a good poker player and a national figure.
Only in Australia. Coming through.
Don't you think maybe you should give him a second chance?
No.
Oh, you're just gonna fire 2 of the longest-serving officers in your command. No warning, just thanks, guys, and goodbye.
I wasn't going to thank them, actually.
Yeah, well, those 2 have got friends coming.
Oh, yes, well, I'm aware that you're a fan of Kenzie's, if that's what you mean.
No, I mean people with power, influential friends.
Never knew a successful crook yet who didn't have those kind of
And
friends.
you don't have any real proof against either one of them.
Hubble and Kenzie are dirty.
That would never stand up in court.
Which is the only reason why I'm not insisting that it does.
You know, you can take off your helmet. Come on.
Something wrong?
Security parameter. Automatic cutoff while they check us out.
All right if I scream now?
Sorry, I should have warned you that was going to happen.
You did. So do all the training people. You leave Earth, and anything you forget to bring with you will kill you. Anything you do bring with you which doesn't work properly will kill you. When in doubt, assume everything's going to kill you.
Thought you didn't believe all that stuff.
I don't. That's the trouble with training. Even when you don't believe it, you believe it.
Moon Rover 7, please prepare for voice identification as a preliminary to security clearance for access to Outpost 9.
Yes, this is Moon Rover 7, ready for voice
Please
identification.
speak now.
You know, it used to take a lot of talent and the right sort of upbringing to be polite and have filthy manners at the same time. Now it just takes a computer.
Commander Nathan Spring, Senior Officer, International Space Police Force, is identified. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Inspector David Theroux of the International Space Police Force is identified. Thank you.
Do.
Yeah, you know who
Please
said that?
transmit your journey
Just about every drunk
authorization
thought he was funny, I
codes.
should imagine.
No, come on. Anybody who claims to know movies ought to know who said a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
All right, let me think. It's a film, and it's a quote.
Moon Rover 7,
it
you may
runs-
proceed
No.
to Outpost 9.
You know what he did.
A man's got to do what a man's got to do. Now, let me just run it through. Shane,
That was Box.
what are you, some sort of bad loser? What is it?
I don't know.
Moon Rover 7, an unauthorized communications device has been operated from your vehicle. Clarification is required before your journey can continue.
You use Box to tap the base film file.
I had occasion to use a multifunction self-selecting interface system.
It is not registered to Moon Rover 7.
It's personal property. You know, that is one hell of a lot of security for one small outpost.
Moon Rover 7,
What'd you say?
may proceed.
We have certain military involvements, as I'm sure you do yourselves.
Involvements?
Difficult to avoid out here.
We seem to manage.
It's a question of funding as much as anything. Interesting. They never went into production with it, did they?
No. It was one of the prototypes.
What exactly do you do out here, Dr. Chandri?
You didn't bother to check the listing.
You're listed as communications R&D, which doesn't tell us a whole hell of a lot.
It tells you as much as you need to know. As much as we want anyone to know, in fact.
Even us.
I'd say you were working in digital cryptography. New ciphers for old, code making, code breaking, that sort of thing.
Especially you, perhaps.
Oh, it's just that you lead a civilian project team. Most of your personnel seem to be mathematicians or computer development engineers. You have one hell of a lot of security and, as you put it, certain military involvements. You see, it's just a guess, no magic.
As I said.
Yes, I know. We know as much about you as we need to know. Or perhaps you'd like to tell us what we do then.
I'm sorry.
Why did you send for us?
Oh, yes, of course. I have some excellent coffee, which should be just about ready.
You have a screen maintenance problem.
How do you like your coffee?
Black, no sweeteners, thanks.
Commander.
Yeah, the same, thank you.
Could send one of the main base guys out if you like.
Inspector, you know quite well why that screen is off. You won't embarrass me about our security, you know.
I wasn't looking to, sir.
You're impressed with my library, Commander?
Yes, I am. I'm more impressed by the weight allocation it took to bring them and all of this from Earth. You must have friends in the freight business.
It was all paid for, I assure you. I don't like electronic books. Something about poetry particularly, which needs to be read from the page. It dies when you put it on a viewing screen.
May I?
Of course.
I don't think I've ever met a genuine multimillionaire before.
We're not that uncommon, surely. That's a collection of William Blake. Are you familiar with his work?
No, not really.
Was some kind of lunatic, wasn't he?
Lunacy. Madness brought on by the moon. Did you know that's where the word came from?
How can we help you, sir?
Actually, you can't help us. We can help you, I think.
Well, we're always grateful for that.
Some intelligence has come into our possession which we feel is properly the concern of the space police. A group of extremists are planning to hijack one of the Earth-Moon shuttles.
When?
Fairly soon, we think.
Which group?
The organization of pan-continental anarchists are behind it.
Organizations of anarchists. Sounds like a contradiction in terms, doesn't it? Kind of like military intelligence. Is that what this is, sir? Military intelligence?
Actually, anarchism means without ruler. It doesn't mean without order.
Well, I'll try to remember that.
The group involved call themselves the BHG. Apparently that stands for the Black Hand Gang, but we can't identify any of the members at this stage.
The Black Hand Gang.
It's no joke, I assure you.
Is the source of this military?
The information is reliable.
Well, you do realize you've given us too little to act upon and too much to ignore.
Leaves worrying as our only option.
You could put men on the flight.
But Sky Marshals, they were always a lousy idea.
One question, if I may.
I have nothing more to say.
Why did you want to speak to us, Dr. Chandri? Why do you want to talk to us in person?
I want to impress upon you the
You
importance
could have
of...
done that over the communicator circuit.
I was probably being overcautious. It's just that it was slightly sensitive material, and in my field one is aware of the vulnerability of carrier waves.
Is that what you do here?
It wouldn't be wise to read too much into a casual remark, Commander.
That's your principal research area, isn't it? Communications monitoring.
Not more buggers and super snoopers.
Oh, more impressive than that. We've always been able to hear more than we can listen to. Are you developing intelligent listening systems?
Sounds impressive.
I must suggest that to go on could be a foolish risk.
Threats, Doctor.
An observation merely.
Machines that listen to everything and decide for themselves what's worth passing on? Is that where your BHG information came from? Did you do a test running? Did one of your new computers pick it out from the babble of all the world?
Commander, it has been a pleasure meeting you.
What? Tireless attention to every word spoken? No possibility of human error. You tell it to listen for the bad guys, and it listens to everybody and identifies the ones you won't like.
It can't be quite as successful as that.
You think not?
We're unable to identify the members of the gang at this stage. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Ah, yes, but then one would hesitate to develop something which would do you people out of a job.
There's no danger of that, I'm afraid.
Perhaps I seem to you incapable of such complex work. Is that what you think, Commander?
No. He thinks that where there's living, there's policemen. One of nature's rules.
It must be very restful to be sure of one's place in the world.
It would be more restful to be assured that one was going to get back to it safely.
We are on the same side, you know.
Not so long ago, my closest friend was killed by someone on our side.
You will keep me informed of anything you discover about the hijacking.
Was there something else you wanted to tell me, Dr. Chandri?
There is nothing I can tell you.
Well, if you change your mind.
My world, the world I came from, reveres all life.
But this is a dead world, sir.
What kept you?
I'm not sure. Promises of safe conduct, I think.
You getting paranoid again?
Well, don't knock it. Without paranoia, how are you going to know who your enemies are? This is Moon Rover 7, Moon Rover 7. All checks complete. Open main surface access lock. You know, it's moments like this which explain the less pleasant smells of space travel.
Yeah. Scares the crap out of you too, huh?
He was hiding something.
Gee, do you really think so?
If you talk less and listen more, we might have found out what.
A further worm has been identified.
Have we received the location signal?
The location signal is precise.
Nathan, I was trying to help.
Well, didn't you feel how close he was?
To what? All right, if I'd have talked less and listened more, we might have found out what.
He was scared. He wanted to tell us something. He just couldn't trust us.
What do you base that on? Reading the coffee grounds? Yeah. You know what I love about your intuition, Commander? Your detective's instinct.
Nose, David. The preferred professional expression is the detective's nose.
Well, by the law of averages, you've got to be right about 50% of the time.
That's comfortable thought, isn't it?
Simple goddamn guesswork.
Not exactly.
Well, what would you call it then?
An intelligent listening system for beginners. Failing that, just goddamn guesswork. Nothing's ever simple involving people.
Okay, Leo, you're relieved.
I am too. Relieved.
That's what I just said.
They put 16 extra trains through this shift. 16!
You know your trouble, Leo.
Bloody screen was flashing like a fruit machine.
You've never recognised that the Channel Tunnel was, is now and forever shall be a business. World without end, amen.
Profit isn't everything.
Loss isn't anything.
Yeah, you can laugh. But it won't do a thing for you and the rest of the shareholders if the computer's overloaded and the whole bloody system crashes.
I've got some stock in a couple of hospitals and 3 medical supply houses.
You can forget medical supplies if the main tunnel folds up. They'll all be well beyond medical help, and you know it.
Right, heavy lifting plant and funeral parlours. That's where the smart money will be. I wonder what price they're quoting.
I'm serious, Ben.
Yes, Leo.
Safety? They've got no bloody idea.
Yes, Leo.
I've warned them.
Yes, Leo.
I'm sick of warning them.
Ever think maybe they're sick of it too? I know I am.
Did you see that?
What?
It flickered. The screen flickered, the whole thing blinked off.
I suggest you do the same. Go on, your shift's over. Blink off.
Look at it in your bloody phone.
Central monitoring to control. We have a perceived malfunction on our main screen. Switch to backup and confirm, please.
Warn them not to keep pushing the computer.
Did you see that?
I didn't see anything.
Oh, you must have seen it.
I didn't see it. See what? Hey, what are you talking about? I didn't see anything.
Good. Don't worry about it.
I didn't see anything.
There's an Australian waiting to see you, Commander Spring. One of your people, they said.
Did they give a name?
An Officer Kenzie.
The multiple wreck in the tunnel under the English Channel has been put down to computer failure. Rumours of sabotage which link this incident with the explosions at the Bankside chemical processing plant still persist. Bizarre stories of poetry preceding disaster are circulating.
Screen off.
Ah, Commander. Pal Kenzie. I hope you didn't mind my waiting in here. Only they said you're on your way back from one of the outposts.
Inspector Kenzie? You know Inspector Theroux?
Yes, we have met.
Hi. I was on leave, Commander, when you were first appointed, and since then I've been catching up on the backlog.
So I understand.
I'm currently based on the Coral Sea. That's the fixed orbit station run by the
Allied Pacific Consortium, yes, I know. What exactly is it you want, Kenzie?
Well, this is the first chance I've had to pay my respects and welcome you to the Star Cops.
Thank you.
I realise now's probably not the time, but there was something I wanted you to see.
You're right, Kenzie, now's not the time.
Oh, you don't understand, Commander.
Quite possibly.
This weapon has been developed for the high frontier.
And your interest is?
Well, it's manufactured in Australia by the consortium. Commander, this really is the weapon we need if we're to keep control out here. The wavelength of this laser can be precisely adjusted for a variety of organic material.
Like flesh.
Uh-huh. You can even pick the pigmentation of the skin. And I won't touch anything else.
Oh, the bastards have finally come up with a racist weapon.
Oh, come on,
We're not
people.
interested in your gun, Kenzie.
Yeah, well, think about it, Commander. You can hardly use your police special out on the stations.
I don't usually carry a gun at all.
Oh, well, that'll be good news to the scum who'll be pouring out here. Unarmed cops looking after the interests of the settlers.
I'm impressed by your concern with other people's interests.
Meaning?
Not your strong suit, surely. Screen on. Run.
I don't give a rat's rear end about your family. I'll heave you straight back Earthside and you can starve right along with them.
But my kid's sick. I can't pay the hospital bills. You send me back to Earth now, I don't know what I'll do. My son could die.
Tough break. You shouldn't have picked a loser for a father.
Look, can't we come to some arrangement?
Arrangement?
Well, I paid a recruiter to get this job. An agent's fee, he called it. I think perhaps I was cheated. If I could pay to make sure I wasn't cheated again.
Oh, these things cost money. Cash money.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to pay to be protected.
Freeze frame. You already paid to protect him.
What's going on here?
We pay you.
Did you know about this?
Well, at least we used to pay you.
Oh, no. You think I just rode over the rim on a Sputnik?
You're fired, Kenzie.
You can't. Not on evidence like that, you can't. Some small-time crim set out to smear my good name.
Yes, with some success, wouldn't you say?
Listen, you pommy one-minute wonder. I was just stringing him along so that I could add attempting to bribe an officer to all the other counts I'd got him on.
I'm very convincing you were too, ex-officer Kenzie.
You set me up.
Doesn't take much to earn when they're as greedy as you are.
This is Inspector Davis, one of our more recent recruits.
Formerly Detective Chief Inspector Davis, till a woman cost me my job. She's doing time now.
And unless you want to find yourself in the same situation, you catch the first shuttle back to Earth.
Oh, don't worry, Commander. I intend to. There's some people in Canberra who'll be very interested in how you're running things out here.
Yes, yes. Goodbye, Kenzie.
Oh, don't count on it, Spring.
Not a bad-looking woman for all that, wouldn't you say? Sorry, we've not been introduced, not properly. Colin Davis, we did meet briefly.
Yes. I processed your documentation. When I passed you through, I had no idea of who you were. Were you testing me as well?
I can tell you now, it's as straight as a die.
Butt out, Jack! When I want a character reference from you, I'll ask for one, all right?
It's Colin, not
All
Jack.
right, Davis, all right. Give us a couple of minutes.
Word of advice, David. No one loves a smart ass, least of all me.
Get it off your chest.
Don't you patronize me, you supercilious bastard.
I wasn't.
You couldn't tell me, could you? Again, you couldn't tell me.
Never believed she was bent.
I didn't realize it was a condition of employment.
I needed a clean approach.
What, you thought I'd give your grubby little scheme away?
All right, that's enough. Now, I run this outfit and I run it according to my own lights. David? Sometimes those lights might not be as bright as they ought to be. Sue me.
What's this?
It's your promotion.
I didn't realize you planned to promote me.
You did a good job in the Deedless case. You're now officially my second in command. Call Colin back in here, will you? I want him to find out exactly who produces that gun.
Hey, Colin. I thought we weren't interested in her gun.
Not from her. But that gun's just what we need.
You realize she's probably got shares in the company.
You can take principle too far.
You know, I never know when you're serious and when you're joking.
When in doubt, don't smile.
Don't smile.
Yeah. It's the secret of advancement in the Star Cops.
Well, it's useful to know. Right then, what's next? There was an Officer Hubble you wanted sorted out?
You and David deal with that. I've got a more urgent priority. I'm going to get my head down.
Yeah, I could do with some kit myself.
Hey, Davis.
Yes, David?
Do you sleep well on the move?
Yes, sir. Why on the move?
Because you have got some guns to buy.
Do you ever have those days when you feel as though you missed every trick?
And today was like that?
Since Lee died, every day has been like that. I'm not as fast and as clear as I used to be.
Tomorrow is another day.
When did I program you for platitudes?
The program merely reflects a slightly degraded version of your own speech patterns.
Access the history databank. Reference Black Hand Gang, initials BHG.
Is there a cross-reference?
Anarchist.
Checking.
Supposed to be an anarchist splinter group.
Supposed to be?
Well, there's remarkably little information known about it.
It is a secret organization, perhaps.
It has enormous power focused on it, yet it remains hidden.
What power?
Technology.
You have said, the more powerful the technology, the smaller the error needed to defeat it.
You're right about the platitudes.
You have also said, people are too unreliable to be successfully replaced by machines.
I hope I only said all this crap to you.
You have also said, the beginning needn't be rational,
It's all right, Box,
as
all right.
long.
Just tell me about the BHG.
The Black Hand Gang was a criminal organization formed in the United States of America around 1868. Do you require a detailed history?
Criminal, not political.
It is not listed as political.
What, not anarchist?
No. The Black Hand were Spanish anarchists, repressed in 1883.
Black Hand, not Black Hand Gang. Well, how bright can they be if they've caught themselves after the wrong outfit?
How bright must they be?
Oh, bright enough to avoid being discovered by Dr. Chandri's awesome machines. Oh. Sleep circuit. Seascape. Soft waves lapping a beach. Vaughan Williams. Poetry precedes disaster.
Is this something you wish to develop?
Something I want to understand. Monitor the news programs. Reference computer failures.
Priority?
No, don't wake me with any progress reports. I miss you, Lee. How does it feel to be back on Earth?
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
I said, how does it feel to be back on Earth?
I was exhausted. You forget how bloody heavy you are down here.
At least the scenery's green.
Yeah, so's vomit.
I have an update on the poetry.
Not now, Box.
Listen, was there something particular you wanted, only I haven't closed the deal yet?
I want you to double the order.
What, 200 guns? Somebody declare war up there?
We need more people.
Don't tell me you're going to invade Poland.
Just finish your business quickly and get out here, will you? We're spread a bit thin on the ground.
Well, you will keep sacking people.
Yes, do bear that in mind.
I'll get the next shuttle. Incidentally, you never guess who developed this gun in the first place?
No, not waste time trying.
Chandri. The guy with the useless information about hijackers?
Or one for the man who reveres all life.
Rich boy makes good, eh? See ya.
There's no mention of weapons development on his personnel file.
Yeah, his father was the inventor of the family.
You build a better locking system and suddenly everybody's knocking on your door.
And can't get in.
I have an update on the poetry.
Yes, box.
Probabilities suggest that it is a poem by Blake.
Run it.
What's a poem by Blake?
O rose, thou art sick. The invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm, has found out thy bed of crimson joy. And his dark secret does thy life destroy.
Definitely weird. So wasn't it Chandri was a Blake fan?
Yes. Blake, the visionary and lunatic. Huh? I'm going to need to speak to Chandri again. Get on to Outpost 9, will you? Tell him I'm coming.
Oh, no, well, no, we can't go now. Hubble's waiting to see you. You were going to fire him, I had you forgot.
Yes, well, you do it.
Me?
I'll send him in.
Hey, wait a minute, Nathan.
Inspector Hubble.
Wait, you're doing this deliberately, aren't you?
I'm very pleased to meet you. I'm sorry we can't stay and have a chat, but I've got to rush off. Look, I think that Chief Superintendent Theroux's got something he wants to say to you. Still, nice to meet you at long last.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, how you doing, Kirk? Yeah, come on in. Have a seat.
Screen on. How'd it go?
Hubble is rubble.
As easy as that.
He couldn't wait to resign.
Got this too.
Our pal Kenzie's twice the man he'll ever be.
We need replacements for the two of them.
Yeah, and then some.
Moonbase. Moonbase, you're breaking up. Bloody security computer again. Man, security obsessed.
Is this seat taken?
You have got some kind of nerve, Davis.
You mean it isn't?
Security must be really lax on this run, if they let health hazards like you on board.
You managed to get a sleeping cubicle? Only I was too late. Because if you did, perhaps we could share it. Use it in shifts and split the cost.
Ow.
Sorry. I'm cheating you. Oh, we could use it together even. I'm very cuddly when you get to know me.
You bastard!
That's better. I didn't think a good-looking woman like you would be the type to bear a grudge.
Excuse me, sir. Could you please?
Oh, yeah, right.
I got the impression you didn't like women all that much.
Women police officers.
And I'm not a police officer
Well, not
anymore.
unless that trip to Canberra was everything you hoped for.
I've got contacts working on it.
Well, like those gun manufacturers of yours.
Well, they weren't as interested in me when you started buying direct. And then when you doubled the order, that was one contact I no longer had. Your boss plays dirty.
Oh, he's had some ugly teachers.
Him and me both. And it's not over yet.
Well, is that why you're going back up there?
Out there.
Sorry?
We say out there, not up there.
Oh, useful to know. Is that why?
I'm entitled. I can still find a job out there.
Doing what?
I used to be a pretty good engineer.
Until you discovered money.
I haven't been charged with anything.
Oh, you push it and that's what he'll do. Nathan will charge you.
I can't help that.
You really like it out there, don't you?
Yes. I really like it out there.
I can understand that.
It's got you too, has it?
I'm just enjoying the novelty.
It's more than that. You married, Davis?
Is this a proposal?
Is this an evasion?
Pacific Space Lines.
I'm not married at the moment.
but you have been.
5 times.
In the meantime, drinks are still
Told you
being
I was
served in
cuddly.
the main lounge, and seats are still available in sections 3, 4, and 7. Madame Wilson.
I hope I'm not interrupting your work, sir.
You are little.
It's quite a minor matter, really. There's an error in your personnel file.
You expect me to believe that?
Well, it is an offense.
Of sufficient importance to be dealt with by the commander of the Star Corps.
We're not quite up to establishment yet.
Why did you really come?
Why did you develop that laser pistol?
My father said it was the cleverest device he'd ever seen.
It's impressive. You made it to please your father?
He was never pleased.
The very seldom are.
Commander Spring, I have made a momentous discovery. Look, it is of profound significance to the whole of mankind.
It's one of your father's control panels.
But do you see it?
I'm sorry, what am I looking for?
The threat.
I don't understand.
The invisible worm that flies in the night.
Passengers are reminded that in a few minutes we will be entering zero gravity. You are requested for your own safety to remain in your seats until weightless procedures have been fully demonstrated.
Well, there's a man who can't wait for demonstrations.
Yeah, well, let's hope he knows how to use a weightless toilet. Otherwise, that'll be one place to avoid for the rest of the flight.
One unsavoury passenger, I should think.
The original concept of the worm programs was worked out by Schock and Hupp 50 years ago, more. Like most brilliant ideas, it was developed and perverted by the military. It became an anti-computer weapon.
Yes, I know. You let the program loose in the machine, it destroys it.
It was like one of those hideous parasites that invade the human brain, rendering it useless and irredeemable.
Like a virus.
Exactly. And like viruses, the worm programs could be made self-replicating, self-defending. They could multiply and spread.
A machine disease?
And a classic arms race. Development, counter-development, back and forth, more and more powerful, more and more expensive. It reached a sort of stalemate which exists even now within the strategic military computers. Only they are defended.
Leaving all the others open to attack.
By a very simple, basic worm program. And here it is. A program chip which sits in the control panel waiting for a code message to activate it. The message is, "O Rose, thou art sick." It then draws power from the unit, is pulsed down the linking fiber to seek out the main computer, which it kills. And finally, it self-destructs with the message, "The invisible worm that flies in the night."
That's incredible. Why are you telling me this?
Crimes have been committed. A railway tunnel, a chemical complex. People have been killed.
Yes, I know, but to what end?
But soon, perhaps, someone will say, "Do as we tell you, or more people will die."
How did you find all this out?
It was the last thing my intelligent listening system discovered.
Before the worm program got in and destroyed it?
Yes.
No. Why are we still here?
Will Passenger Wilberforce report to the flight deck, please? Passenger Wilberforce to the flight deck, please.
What's the matter?
That's a security code.
What is?
Wilberforce.
You sure?
Crime in progress.
Passenger Wilberforce to the flight deck. God almighty, you know what that sounds like.
Nobody hijacks these things.
Rich boy makes good again. How did he get that on board?
I use my Star Cop ID.
Well, I'll take it.
Like hell you will.
Well, you got no official standing here.
Well, your standing doesn't look so great either.
I suppose you knew all along that the intelligent listening project was a failure.
That information you gave us was from the military, wasn't it? They wanted you to find out about that anarchist group as a demonstration of your progress.
But we had made none. I had the briefest hope you might buy us a little time.
Oh, Chandri, this is ridiculous. Suppose one of your people come in right now.
I had no choice.
How did you get those chips into the control panels?
I told my father's service engineers it was a modification.
And all this because you're afraid of failure.
But I won't fail, don't you see? Already there are rumors about what happened in the railway tunnel and the chemical plant.
So they've asked you to use your system to check out the conspiracy, right?
When my computers are destroyed in an identical way, it will prove they were a success, and at the same time eliminate all evidence of failure.
Oh, bravo. Your father must be really proud of you. If he didn't already know what a pathetic and feeble failure you were.
Every system in this outpost is linked to my computers. When they die,
explosive decompression will take this whole place out. Chandri, we've got to get out of here.
You're too late, Commander Spring.
Security computer. Open the main service access lock. Repeat, open the main service access.
You know, impersonating a police officer is an offence.
How about impersonating a civilian worker with a sick son?
Nothing illegal in that. Let the security scanners in and look for glass.
The operatives should.
Nobody's perfect. You, all people should know that. I'll make like a punter.
A what?
A civilian worker with a sick son. And listen, don't bother with any of that armed police officer bullshit. Just take the scumbags out, right? You ready?
Let's do it.
Look, what is going on? I'm dying for a drink, and I'm busting for a pee, and some disembodied voice tells me to stay in my seat, and then what happens? Oh, a hostess!
Police! Freeze!
Oh, no. This is Moon Rover 7. Open main hatch.
Well, get their weapons, Davis.
Well, thanks a lot, Kenzie. Why don't you take them out like I said?
Move again and you're dead.
Take it easy. Take it easy or we're all dead.
Christ, they really didn't scan for glass, did they?
Give me the box, sir. Come on.
You heard what he said. Now.
You all right?
Oh, mate, I'm better than all right. When the press get hold of this, we're going to be heroes. Let's see that ratbag spread try and sack me now.
Michael Chandri's younger brother, Sajid, now sole heir to the Chandri millions, said tonight that his father would have been very proud of the sacrifice that Michael had made. Investigations continue into the exact nature of the computer malfunction, causing the destruction of Bankside chemical plant.
Must have set the whole thing up at the first sign of difficulty with that intelligent listening
Removal of all
project.
Chandri PLC
Stand down.
software.
Yeah, it's the first hint of failure.
Well, who the hell knows what fathers do to their sons? Coffee?
I can buy that as explanation if his father was still alive.
Well, that doesn't stop you trying to please them. Just makes it more difficult, that's all.
Well, we've all got some kind of monkey on our back, I suppose.
I have a nasty feeling I'm looking at mine. Sound up.
Yeah. Well, apparently they got past launch centre security by claiming to be Star Cop recruits, potential recruits.
Well, there is a recruiting drive just started, actually.
Yeah. But our commander, Nathan Spring, he'd had a tip-off about a possible hijack attempt, and we'd been detailed to look out for something of the kind.
Ooh, she is quick. You've got to admit that.
Incompetent shuttle security. I am left with a corrupt cop.
Shuttle security? Oh, yeah. Well, personally, I think it's essential that they should call us in.
You gonna reinstate her, then?
Reinstate her? Listen to the bloody woman. She's reinstating herself.
Commander Spring? Yeah, he's new to the high frontier, but he's brilliant. A brilliant detective and a brilliant organizer. Wouldn't you say so, Colin?
Oh, absolutely, pal.
And he's very pleased with the way this whole operation's gone.
Days are passing